From Milwaukee, it's Movie Chatter.
I like that pause.
Dramatic pause, you like that? I've seen people on radio do that. Does that bug you sometimes, though? Somebody's on the radio
Well,
and they pause, and then they just don't say anything, and then they still don't say anything, and
there's
you're
not
like,
much to do on radio, so that's all you can do is
you start wondering if they're gone, and you like mess with the channel.
It's when they do like a couple minute,
Well, that's
just dead air.
even if it's like just 10 seconds is ridiculously long of dead air on. I mean, if we did dead air right now, let's just do some dead air.
Let's do a little dead air. Here we go. Dead. Was that dramatic enough?
It's like, what the
What the?
what the F is going on? Dummies.
How's it going, Don?
It's going pretty good, Dave.
Had a couple days off, did you?
I did have a couple of days off. Yeah.
Things were going really smooth. I just want you to know.
Oh, really? While I was gone at work,
Looked like
things went well.
your boy
Oh,
James
Big
had
J.
stuff
Kicking ass.
kicking us. I pulled into work. He had both garbage cans, emptying them like
Really?
like a 10 to. He was hauling garbage out. I was like,
He's a boss.
yeah. He was
Oh, that's pretty cool.
leading by example.
Yeah, I like that. I feel bad when I can't go to work, but sometimes you have to
You do
take a
that.
day off.
You do that.
I do. I actually, you take off too many days from work, and I got a weird echo. Like I sound like. Is there other things going on in my head?
No, I think it's
All the mics are all these other mics on?
Yeah, it might be the mic. Might be that going to
Okay, it's okay. It's fine.
get
But-
nice and close.
There you go. That's probably what it is. So
Oh, you sound great.
I like to take off, but when you get back to work, all the work that's waiting for you. Sometimes like
Yeah, I don't like vacations. I never have. I've been there 30 years. Probably in 30 years, if you took all my vacation days and added them up,
it would be
after 30,
it would be 3 days.
no, I would say it could not be more than two months, maybe 3. I know there was a 14-year stretch where I never took a vacation.
Wow.
I mean, paid vacation.
That's pretty notable. Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Could because I want the money. We get paid for
Right, yeah.
for not taking a vacation,
Yeah.
so I'd rather have the money.
We're money grubbers.
Yeah.
That's the way we've been
There you
working
go.
it.
1983, Don.
Yeah, there you go. To get down to business here, as we say, risky business.
Risky business. We had a
1983.
1983, one of my favorite movies from
Episode 83.
episode 83, 1983, Risky Business, my favorite movie from 1983.
Risky Business is a 1983 movie directed by Paul Brickman, starring Tom Cruise, Rebecca De Mornay, and Joe Pantoliano.
How about that, huh?
Wow, thank you, computer lady.
And
you, robot lady.
I had a little contest, not unannounced or anything like that, but I did post a picture of me at the car show
That's right.
next to a 928 Porsche. I said, "What's the connection?"
Right.
And it would be Risky Business. It was a 928 Porsche that Tom Cruise
It was
said.
just like the one from the movie. Or, no, was the movie one white?
I don't remember the color. I thought it was maybe like a brown or something. But
Maybe.
Porsche, there is no substitute.
You even said that at the car show. Yeah, I was just looking at that picture.
I mean, anytime you see a 928 Porsche, which is kind of rare. Actually, around here, you see them a little bit more.
you do, because we like to hold on to our our fancy old cars.
Well, we work right next to like a Porsche mechanic, so
That's true, we do.
they're around.
That is true. Yeah, so I did have some time off, and speaking of 1983, I did find a bunch of vintage videos of ours.
You have
They're maybe not all the way from 1983, that's for sure, but they're certainly the early 2000s, and some of the worst quality video capturing devices ever.
that's
apparently.
before YouTube, pre-YouTube.
Totally. I mean, it's like practically pre-internet. We're just doing that for our own fun, And what I've noticed, though, is that we basically did this just to get anything on film. I think looking at them, we really were not concerned about the content.
Well, they were, you know,
He was like, okay, we're gonna do one about cooking, and
Right.
we didn't like
Well,
write
that
a
was-
script.
Okay, so to give you
I mean-
a reference, the cooking shows were just getting popular.
Right.
You know, it was like, it wasn't like now where there's a cooking show everywhere.
No,
It was
this
like,
is the beginning of the Food Channel.
yeah, it really was. And
Yeah.
we were like, holy
Hey,
cow,
we
people
should
are
do
interested in food.
We could just film ourselves making food,
And I can
then-
cook.
Hey, I like to make snacks.
Yeah.
We often talked about that. We never did it, but we always were like, we should do a show where we just like
We were
What you-
always
what you-
early,
what you
but
cooking?
we never did it, you know? We just never did it.
used to that little lack of motivation that.
And
makes
then
us
when
so
YouTube popped
normal.
up, I wanted you to. These were all old, and I wanted you to put them on YouTube.
You did,
And we never got to it.
but now we're going to.
Now we're going to.
Slowly but surely.
And you can go to our Instagram. I think I have it on Facebook, and I think I have it on Twitter.
Mhm.
If you go to any of those accounts, you can go
good.
to our link tree. Okay? And then you can link right to our YouTube.
Nice.
But if you can't do that, how could you find
You can
it?
if you just go to YouTube and use Movie Chatter Podcast in the search, it brings them all up.
Even if you don't do the spaces?
Even if you don't do space.
Okay, so now you've been
They're
in-
so intuitive. All these search engines. If you do Movie Chatter Podcast, it's gonna get you. It's gonna get you close.
The one that has like
There's like 5 or 6.
10 million subscribers, is that it?
Yeah.
Or the one that has like 12?
The one has 12. Yeah.
Okay, we want more subscribers. Come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. Share it and subscribe. We've got.
It's like watching a car wreck.
Well, it's
you know?
starting to be fun. We've got. I have last week's episode 82, all ready to go.
This one's on right now.
We're filming
recording
this one. It's a shame the one that we did with Nick, the audio didn't turn out, but
Oh,
we have that. I still have that. I actually have that ready to go.
maybe we can eventually. Well, we'll just get Nick back.
We have our
We love
first. We have our first. Critics in cars consuming cinema.
Yeah.
You and I driving, doing a battle.
I was at the state
Alita
fair.
Battle-
I was at the
Battle
state
Angel?
fair, ran into Ricky Pretty,
Ricky Pretty.
and he mentioned that he watched that.
Well, how about that?
I was
See?
like,
that's
oh
what
my
I'm talking about. That one was funny. That one's good. I think that might be a staple of the YouTube channel.
Is it dark comedy or
that one?
is it? Was it funny, or was it?
Well, it was you kissing the vanity mirror after you were checking your puffy eyes.
Oh,
You haven't seen that?
I didn't watch the whole thing.
No, it's only like 5 minutes.
No.
Not even.
I said I was gonna load them all up and watch them all
Oh, yeah. you
on the
should
big
do it.
screen. I haven't done it.
Right.
That's tonight.
Yeah, yeah. The actual that particular one, the review of Alita Battle Angel is pretty weak. We don't really get it. We go, oh, I really like that movie. Yeah, it's still a good movie.
Well,
Yeah.
Kelly just saw it last night, so she'll probably want to talk about it
Oh,
the
good.
next show.
I'd love to. I'd love to.
Yeah, and then next show, just ahead of time, Endgame comes out, so I
Yes.
think we're both gonna probably buy the 4K,
Yeah.
overdose, extra features, all that stuff.
Maybe we'll do a driving in cars YouTube video for that.
Okay, but I'm just
Because
saying
we're
next
driving
week
back.
we'll probably just do nothing about talking about Endgame because I haven't seen it since I saw it at the theater one time.
Either. Yeah.
I was gonna buy it.
I still think it's going to hold up. I think it's going to be pretty good.
Yeah, pretty
Second
good.
time.
Hold up, pretty good. How about the movie? How about the music from 1983?
Ooh, let's have it.
Prince, you're a big Prince guy, right?
Oh yeah, love Prince.
Do you love him?
Minnesota.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still like his stuff.
Thomas Dolby.
Blinded me with science.
These are the songs that I really like. Remember, maybe these weren't the best, but these are all in like the top 20.
Sure.
And this is the
Don't
year
you remember the year?
I graduated high school, 1983. Here we go,
Funny.
drinking Mickey's Big Mouth,
There you go.
the little green bottles.
That movie, that when it's really held out. Held on.
Rock the Casbah, The Clash.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Not a lot that I listen to right now.
No, but I mean back then
Oh yeah.
it was good stuff.
My Sharona.
Weird Al Yankovic. This is when he was getting just popular. Yeah. We had a listener from Thanks for Watching Movies podcast.
Great podcast.
And he said, you got to have Weird Al Yankovic.
To do in 1983, you got to have Weird Al.
I mean, he was actually kind of cool back then in 1983.
Yeah, I still love Weird Al.
We actually tried to do a lot of songs ourselves. I mean, my friends, we would do take
right
Michael Jackson songs at the time, and we were changing them ourselves. So it was a big thing to do.
Hey.
Of course, it's too naughty to give our lyrics. They were all sexually
Of course.
related.
Just changing one word into a swear.
What was it? I Rock With You, Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
That is like, today it is still the dirtiest song in my head because
you could only
we
say
changed the lyrics and they're permanently in.
Did you change the word rock
Well,
to something else?
it was
to
I Want to Rock With You, and we changed it a little bit. Maybe you can figure out what we said.
something
It's
sexual.
I Want My In You, maybe. And then we went on from there.
I think I can figure it out.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
But, you know, the movies of 1983,
The movies of 1983 were great. There were tons of them.
Scarface.
Scarface, Al Pacino.
Now, I want to know
Michelle
what you
Pfeiffer.
think about these movies today. You know, are they like, Scarface, it's a great movie, but you're not anxious to see it again.
No, and that is the case with a lot of the stuff on this list. I was looking at it, I was going, wow, I really love all these movies from 1983. It could be because it was a very influential time in our lives where we were, watching a lot of movies and
Well, I
that kind of
graduated
stuff,
high
like-
school, so
right. It sinks into your head when you're 18. Everything.
barely graduated.
Yeah. But a lot of them, I was like, I'd like to see that again, like Trading Places. I haven't seen that for a while, but I haven't been wanting to watch it.
Yeah, Trading Places, I'd like to see that again.
I would too.
Return of the Jedi,
There you go.
don't love it.
Don't love it?
No, I don't love it.
Which one's better of the original three? What's
Empire Strikes Back.
Okay, you're right. Empire Strikes Back.
Ruski Business, we talked about that.
Right, we did a whole show on that one. That's a fantastic. That's good. I like that. It's really good for showing the time period.
And how
Reminded us a lot of that with the clothes and just because it was.
what's shocking
our
is
period.
I thought it was such a great car scene with the 928 and all the chase scene.
No,
And rewatching it,
it's not.
it was horrible. I mean,
Well, he's being chased by like a Cadillac or
a lot of the
Terrible.
dash cam stuff is like 15 miles an hour.
a very slow look.
Very slow.
You know what? I don't know if it's because now we can tell better because what we're watching it on shows it's a bigger screen.
Maybe.
And it looked better. I mean, because so many things that I watch nowadays that are older, it's like you can see so much more of the picture.
I mean, that Adam Sandler movie we just saw, that car chase scene in wherever they were in Monaco, it's one of the best scenes I've ever seen.
Yeah, they've really amped up the special effects and the way they do those.
War Games, we're watching it right now. You don't like this movie, but I'm going to force it on you.
Yeah, Ellie Sheedy and
Matthew Broderick.
Matthew Broderick and a bunch of other people.
It's a good movie. I shouldn't be eating potato chips.
It was the fourth highest grossing movie of 1983 at $90 million.
I'm going to guess Return of the Jedi had to be one.
Number one, that was at $249 million. Now, I don't know if that includes, it's just off of IMDb.
It's probably not adjusted for inflation.
It could also be that, that seems high, because everything after that is quite a bit lower.
Okay.
Well, you know what was number two? Tootsie.
Really?
Tootsie at $136 million, yeah. That was the number 2 movie. How about this one? Flashdance.
Oh yeah,
Number 3 top
Yeah.
grossing movie of 1983.
saw that at theater.
I mean,
I
would,
don't
you,
have- I
would you
don't-
ever watch it again?
Yes.
She's a dancer. Well, you're a welder, so
You maniac! Right, just for the opening
Just for
scene
the-
where she's
yeah.
welding inside of a pipe.
yeah, it's cool. After that, Trading Places.
That I saw several times at the theater.
That's a great movie.
It's a great movie.
It really is. Every young man that watched that remembers. What's her name? Lee.
I don't remember.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Oh, Jamie Lee Curtis.
Jamie Lee Curtis
Okay.
as the hooker. She's changing her clothes.
That's not what I remember about it. I remember.
I remember her very full bosoms. Nice.
Wasn't
kind of
Eddie
side
Murphy on
shot.
like pretending he had no legs?
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I remember.
Oh yeah.
That's my.
That's so he's singing Roxanne as they get him out of the prison,
Oh God.
and then it ends with the exchange of $1. Remember that?
Oh, yeah,
the
right.
rich guys, the Duke
Bastards.
brothers, Mortimer and his brother,
Bastards.
exchange $1 for all the heartache. That they
The Right Stuff. How about The Right Stuff?
The Right Stuff.
Astronaut movie.
Yeah,
Long one.
great movie.
I've watched that a couple times in the last few years.
Have you?
Good. Terms of Endearment. Comedy, it says. I don't think so. The Outsiders.
The Outsiders. Now that has got a lot of people in it. That's obviously a remake of a. Boy, my mouth is right under the mic. It sounds so much better.
Yeah, that's why.
It's not a remake, but it was the it's a famous book
Right.
we all read in high school.
The Big Chill. No,
The
not
Big Chill. Everybody loves The Big Chill. Or at least a
Really?
lot of people did. Yeah, that was.
I haven't seen it for so long that maybe. Yeah, it's a shame you can't do it. I think A Christmas Story. Now there you go.
Yeah, now there you go.
What a great year 1983 is.
Oh, there's
Give
so
it-
many movies that year.
Twilight Zone the movie.
Twilight Zone the movie.
Do you remember
Now,
that?
Is that the one with William Shatner looking out the window and he sees the gremlin on the plane window?
No, that's original.
Oh, that's actually the Twilight
That's
Zone.
yeah.
Did they redo that for the movie with a different person?
Possibly. I remember a little kid got killed making that movie.
Oh, really?
Like a 5-year-old kid got hit by a helicopter prop.
Oh,
Something like that.
jeez.
Yeah, not good.
Not very good at all.
Okay, one of my favorite movies. I'm kind of just looking at a list here.
Yeah.
The Dead Zone.
Hmm.
Do you remember?
I do, but not very well. Tell me about it. What did you like about The Dead Zone?
That was Christopher Walken's one of his first movies. And he was just such a good actor at the time. I really...
What was it? What kind of movie? Crime? It's Christopher Walken's by Mafia.
Let's see what they say.
He's a wise guy.
The Dead Zone. Directed by David Cronenberg of The Fly. He wakes up in a coma and finds out that years have passed and he has now psychic abilities.
Oh,
What I remember
nothing
from
like
that
what I said.
movie was Christopher Walken telling someone, I remember somebody saying, "You look great." And his line that I use even today from The Dead Zone
Wow.
is a coma diet. Lose weight while you sleep.
Is
Yeah. Go on the coma diet.
that what you're waiting for?
No, but people ask me about like weight loss and stuff, and I say try the coma diet. Yeah, it does work. It does work. Okay, let's see what else we got here.
Oh, how about more of the top 10?
Okay.
Octopussy
Oh, great movie.
comes in at number 6. Right after the one we're watching on the TV here, number 5 is War Games. So this was actually a quite popular movie.
God,
The 5th most popular grossing movie of the year.
I couldn't believe how. The computers are so crazy in war games, but at the time I remember being, wow, that is so cool. He's doing all that in his room with the telephone, and you can hear the modem going off. And
Oh yeah, it's just the beginning of it. It was 1983. You barely had an Apple II.
no, I mean we had
Oh no, we had
At high school, we had that
Yeah, we had some-
computer room, which
Yeah,
had,
we did have some.
we had
Macintoshes
gigantic.
by then.
No, we had giant computers. No,
Did we?
no. In '83, when I graduated high school, we still had a
Big giant.
big gigantic computer room with the kind with the reel-to-reels and stuff.
Really?
Yes. It was right out of War Games. Nicolay
Well, I
High
mean, we
School.
had some computers because I took computer programming in high school. And
Well, I skipped
they were
class.
they were
most of the
using
time, so I
like
don't remember.
Apple IIs.
Really? No, I don't think so.
Yeah, for sure. It was a crappy little computer. It was before the Macintosh came out. Remember Apple One, Apple II? I mean, they were.
You want me to Google that?
Yeah.
Let's
Go ahead. Okay, Mr. Mom comes in at number 7, 64 million with Michael Keaton. Remember that one? Mr.
No.
Mom.
Oh, got it. Love Mr.
Mr.
Mom.
Mom. He plays
Mr. Mom, what's the most famous line from that one? 220, 221, whatever it takes.
What is that?
They were rewiring,
Oh,
and somebody said, "What are you going to do the whole thing in 220?" And he said, "Yeah, 220,
220.
221."
because he doesn't know anything
He
about
doesn't.
electricity. How about this? Believe it or not, Staying Alive. Remember that movie?
Fantastic.
Yeah. If you say so.
How about, I'm trying to think what I saw at the theater.
Risky Business comes in at 9. I'm just going to interrupt you here.
Okay.
It's 63 million, and then a little something called National Lampoon's Vacation at number 10. Probably
Fantastic.
my favorite movie off the list.
It's on the,
Right.
oh, Christmas Vacation is on the.
Right. So, but this is, we've often wondered, should it's pretty close between Vacation and Christmas Vacation. They're both pretty fantastic.
Yeah.
Movies.
It's all what you're in the mood for.
Right.
A movie that I just saw looking at the list here, and I just watched it, and it's great. It's so good that it should be on everybody's like rotation
Okay.
and quicker.
Yeah. What
And
is
if you
it?
haven't seen it for a while, don't be frightened, okay? You should watch it. It's actually really good, and the movie is Christine.
Oh, okay. The Stephen King movie about the possessed car.
It's good. It's really, really good.
Is it?
I enjoy it heavily.
And you've watched it recently?
I
and
agree. I
and
watched it
stands
within the
up.
last month or two.
Wow.
It stands up. Very good.
Do you think Cujo would stand up? That was done in 1983.
No,
as well.
no, not as good. But the thought of Cujo.
Interesting. Should be
Yeah.
redone. Should they redo Cujo?
With a pit bull, maybe?
Dog movie that they never really. I can't think of a lot of dog movies, like rabid dog movies. A Christmas Story. We mentioned that for just a second. That's a great movie.
Oh, yeah.
That,
with the lamp leg and all
oh, people play that. There's a channel, I don't know what one it is, that they just play it 20, back to back to back when we're in the Christmas season.
that. I thought that was an old movie. But then I'm.
Right. It's just made to be old. It's just retro-y look.
But you know what the thing is?
They do such a
It
great
is
job.
an old movie.
At this
We're old.
Right. At this point, that's 40-year-old movie.
A year 2000 year. If you bought a car, a 2000, like if you bought a used car,
Yeah.
you're almost getting collector plates on it.
Right. Yeah.
I can't believe it.
Was it 25 years as a collector plate? So that means a 1994 car would be a collector.
No, 20 years old.
20 years old.
So next year, a 2000 will be a collector.
Oh, it has to be 20 years old?
20.
Okay.
30 is an antique, I think.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. I mean, it
20
makes you
years-
feel like the cars we
2000.
drove when we were 16 were like Model Ts with a crank. No.
It's amazing how old we are. I can't believe we can still get around as well as we do. The things we've seen.
The things we've seen. The invention of the airplane. The Wright
The
brothers.
Dark Crystal.
The Dark Crystal was 83?
Kelly will be upset she wasn't here to talk about the
Kelly,
Dark
you
Crystal.
missed it.
Mm-hmm. We'll have to do that again one of these days. Yentl,
Never saw Yentl.
Barbra Streisand.
I have never ever seen it. I make jokes about it.
Papa, can you hear me?
Oh, really?
I think that's it, Yentl.
How about this classic? Nick Cage, Valley Girl.
Oh, man. Now, that's a movie that I did not watch much,
Oh,
but
It's
it's
great.
definitely a classic. It's certainly his first... Is it his first movie?
Maybe. I don't know.
It's certainly one of his first movies,
Yeah.
and just got him out there on the scene.
I was at the theater all the time, so a senior in high school, barely going to school.
Mhm.
We had that new multiplex at Northridge.
And that means 2 theaters in the same
No,
place.
it was like 6.
Was it really? Okay.
Yeah, it was a lot. How about
So many.
what did I really like? Okay,
Smokey and the Bandit 3?
don't really remember that.
No.
I'm trying to think what I saw at the theater. I think I saw Crawl.
Okay, yeah, that's number 46 on the list of top grossers.
I think I
Callie?
wanted to see Star 80, but I never did. What was Star 80 about? It has a great cover.
Not familiar.
That was the Dorothy Stratton story
Oh.
with one of the Hemingway girls.
We're getting down there. I mean,
We're
you got
getting
your
way down there.
Get your sequels. Airplane 2, the sequel. That's a fun one.
Well, 1983, it was great.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff. I mean, Scarface, Risky Business.
It's a great year.
Return of the Jedi, Tootsie. Tootsie's actually quite a good movie.
Have you seen it lately?
No.
Okay, well there you go. You can't say that then.
Right, but we can still say that because now we have the ability to not always be relating our desire to see a movie again to how good it is, because we're not always talking about the poll and how a good
Okay.
movie means a movie that I'm going to rewatch, because we don't do that anymore.
No.
Until we get back to doing the poll, then we'll have to have that discussion.
So the best movie, if I had to pick one that I'm going to watch from 1983 and that I would watch, Christine, I would say, is the best movie.
Wow.
I thought it was Flashdance, but Christine I've seen the most.
Really?
Yeah, I have a copy of it. It's really good. I mean...
I'm going to say National Lampoon Vacation.
Oh.
That's going to be the one I've seen the most. Just because that's
Okay,
on.
okay. I think I already forgot. I think you're
Christine.
Right. No, I think you're right.
But one that you enjoy. I mean, National Lampoon. That's just that pop culture stuff.
Maybe I've seen that one too much, but Christine is almost in the Jaws range, where if I saw it on TV, I would click on it and I would sit there and watch it.
Okay. And actually, Jaws 3 came out in 1983.
Oh, okay.
They keep putting a lot of Jaws movies out there, but that one, that's just a movie.
Well, the thing about, you know what it was? Christine has a real pretty girl in it, so it was my age of high school, and she's dressed just like every girl in high school in 1983.
Makes you want to watch
so
it.
I was like, wow, it's like,
This is great.
that's how it used to be. Girls that had buttons up to their neck, long pants, and buttons on their collars. Everything buttoned up, no skin in 1983. But a lot of pastel.
A lot of pastel, a lot of neon colors.
And sweaters. Everybody had a sweater always wrapped around them.
A lot of shoulder pads.
Yeah, I just remember the sweaters.
You remember sweaters?
Chinos and sweaters, and you had to be ready for a chill at any time.
We went to a preppy school, so there's a lot of that going on.
Yeah.
Sweaters over the shoulder.
Hey, how about some...
Movie Chatter
That sounds great. I would love to hear some news about movies. Bum, bum.
So trailers. I have
Bum, bum,
seen
bum,
that.
bum.
Finally, I've seen that trailer for Carnival Row.
Ooh, Carnival Row. Thank you.
You like that,
I
right?
do, yeah, because it's got Cara Delevingne from my favorite movie ever.
The trailers don't look spectacular, but
No.
I'm very interested.
It does look good. It is a 1800s like fantasy universe
Where monsters exist and
where-
fairies and
yeah, like
everything.
fairies and
It says monsters exist.
yeah, right. They're walking around in like fawns, like fawns, like people who look like have like a deer head or whatever.
Yeah.
They're just like walking around, got the right, and so they're living side by side with regular people, and then there's some sort of a war apparently, and
I heard there's going to be a lot of like fairy sex in the movie.
well they show so they show Mr. Bloom, Orlando Bloom,
Okay.
and Kara getting after it.
Oh, really? Maybe I
Yeah.
didn't see that one.
Yeah, I think so. In one of the trailers. Yeah, very cool. I mean, she's got the wings. She's flying around. I think it's going to be a fun show for those who enjoy, a little bit of a period piece, because it's going to be like the dirty, English 1800s where everything's smokestacks. And,
Well, I'm excited because Amazon Prime
What?
just did The Boys, and they did such a good job. So I'm
Yeah.
like, okay,
right.
hopefully they can hit 2 in a
Hopefully
row.
it's more like The Boys and less like, was it Good Omen?
Right, Good Omen, not so good.
Yeah,
Oh,
the one that we never. I still have yet to see any of it because Bill was like, meh.
Well, the cast, you got,
It looked good though. It looked like they put money into it.
yeah,
It had a couple people.
it wasn't my type of humor.
Not your type of humor. Okay. But yeah, The Boys was great, and Carnival Row looks like it'll be certainly worth watching. It comes out August 30th,
Okay. How about,
I believe.
have you seen the trailer for The Hunt?
No, what's that?
It's very similar to another movie. It's where, I don't know, it looks like a very violent movie where they're actually hunting people. Okay?
Ooh.
But like comedy, and I guess it has now been pulled because,
Really?
yeah, it's a little too violent.
Wow.
Like they don't want
the
it
action
in-
horror thriller.
In this day and age, they don't want.
Wow, really?
Yep, yep.
Oh man, had Hilary Swank and Emma
Mhm.
Roberts and Ethan Suplee, whatever that is. 12 strangers wake up in a clearing. They don't know where they are or how they got there. They don't know how they've been chosen for a very specific purpose. The hunt. Oh, so we're hunting humans.
It looks ridiculous. I mean, the trailer looked ridiculous, and it was supposed to come out very soon, but it has been pulled completely.
So that could be because of the mass shootings that
Yeah,
have been
it's
happening.
it's there's a lot of like gun cocking and glorifying.
Too
guns.
much cocking going on.
Don't show a regular cock, not a gun cock.
Oh, you can.
Then
see
you'll
that-
get on. Then they're gonna.
You'll see
put
a
you right to
small
the
one
front.
in the Boys.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen any more of the Boys?
I have seen episode 3, and I am going slow because they are so good.
How do you like it? I finally finished the Boys.
I like it so much that anybody that talks about it and just says it's really good, I'm like, what? You need to really pump it up. It's way better than
Way
just
better than
good.
really good. I've
It's-
actually watched each episode multiple times.
I would say that like DC should have.
Ugh.
It's
It
like
is what DC should be.
yeah.
Yeah. But, geez.
It's crazy that something that's not related to anything, as far as I know, it's not Marvel, it's not DC. I don't know what it is, but
Probably a...
just made up, and it's fantastic.
Yeah, it is. And it should be. And it's got great performances by
And there's like a great twist. Every show seems to be like
Carl
you know,
Urban, Elizabeth Shue, and all these other guys that I don't know who they are. Although the one kid that plays Huey, you know, like the kid whose girlfriend gets vaporized.
Right.
He's I just saw him in another movie, so he's a popular actor.
Yeah, Carl Urban.
Carl Urban's great.
He's great.
Right to the
Makes
end.
me want to watch Thor Ragnarok right now.
Mm.
These are my guns.
Speaking
This is
of
all my
Thor stuff, I mean, are you familiar with all the? I'm sure I'm way behind on it, but a little bit of movie news. We're still in movie news.
Okay.
Thor 4, Love and Thunder.
Oh yeah.
You familiar with like what's going to be happening with Jane? I mean, obviously everybody knows.
Natalie Portman is going to be
She's going to be.
Thor.
She's going to be holding the. She'll be worthy. She'll be holding the Mjolnir.
The Mighty Thor. I guess it's a comic book. There was a
There was.
thread that actually
There was.
she became. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, Jane picks up the. There's actually quite a few people that do, and there may be multiple people in this movie that are Thors. Did you know that in the movie Thor Ragnarok,
Okay.
on the big Mount Olympus there, not the Mount Olympus, but the planet where they do all
Asgard?
the fighting. No, the fighting planet.
Okay.
I forgot what it's called. It's like
Jeff Blum.
Garbage Planet.
Jeff Goldblum.
Remember how his big he's got like a skyscraper, and on the side of it's kind of like a big busts of like the Hulk is up there.
Right.
There's actually one. I think the name is Ba, and it is there's a horse Thor. There's a
Really?
Thor. Yeah, and that's one of the busts is a Thor that he's like a not a centaur, but he's like a horse face guy.
Really?
Yeah, and that's on there. So that might be in Love and Thunder. They're saying potentially that might make it to the movie.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, but I think it's cool that Jane's going to be Thor.
I love the whole
Does that mean that
font and everything. It looks so
He-Man?
so cool. Yeah, so He-Man.
So old 70s He-Man, yeah. You think Thor's going to be fat in there still, or is he going to trim down for that one?
Probably. I just saw for your costume, get ready for
Halloween?
For Halloween. We're thinking about that. We're only a couple months away.
Yeah.
The Fat Thor costumes.
Oh man, that's going to work great for all the fat guys.
Yeah.
Now you can go as Thor and be right in tune with how he was in Endgame.
If you're a little pudgy, I thought like
that'd be good.
Mr. Who am I thinking of?
Somebody we would work with.
Jordan.
Oh,
He looked like Thor.
Oh,
Thor,
yeah.
but he'd be perfect.
he would.
He's not chubby anymore, but
No, now he's like really in good shape.
yeah, that would be funny.
That would be great.
Let's see what other news I have.
Yeah, tell me.
The Godzilla Kong director Adam Wingard, which he did a few horror movies before he became the director of Godzilla Kong, which is his biggest movie. He is now doing a series for Amazon Prime, Event Horizon. The series.
I have heard about this just a little bit. That's the Kong guy.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he has a horror background. I forgot off the top of my head what he did.
You excited about Event Horizon?
Well, I like that movie. I don't love it as much as Bill, but I liked it, and I always wish they would have took it actually a little farther and more detailed. So a series is perfect where they can really
kind of hash out the details of the mystery that you never really learn from the movie.
Right, going to hell in a spaceship, I think, is basically it.
There you go. Okay, good way to synopsize it.
What you been watching, Don?
Hmm.
Have you been watching anything?
I've been watching a little bit of some stuff. I did watch something on the IMDb. It was just an interview with Quentin Tarantino and Margot Robbie.
Okay.
And just to kind of tie it in with movie news, but a movie that we watched, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Great movie. Remember the scene where Margot Robbie as Sharon Tate goes to see herself at the theater?
Yeah.
Playing that? Did you? I guess I may be slow.
I'm going to get right in front of the camera.
Yeah, there you go. I might be just slow, but when she watched that movie, which was The Wrecking Crew with Dean Martin.
Okay,
it's
right.
The movie it's a real movie.
Real movie, of
Real
course.
movie that Sharon Tate was in.
Tarantino would not
fake
something.
No, not at all. But when she's watching the movie in the theater, it's the real movie.
Oh, really?
So it's not like the scenes recut with Margot Robbie doing them. She's watching Sharon Tate on the
Really?
Yeah, so we're watching Margot Robbie watch Sharon Tate.
Did they ever show Sharon Tate
They
on
do.
the screen?
Yeah.
But I didn't even pick that up.
But you because she's wearing like a goofy hat and big glasses and and you don't get real tight shots on her, so you don't know that it's her doing that.
Wow.
So it's
That
interesting.
is cool.
Yeah, and I
Good
think
stuff for
they
the
did that-
extras.
Yeah, they did that. They did that on purpose because that's the way he works stuff like that. But otherwise, I watched nothing too amazing. Wu Assassin, something you would not be interested in, on Netflix. That's a new Netflix action crime martial arts movie.
Okay.
It's a 10 episode series. And kind of a supernatural thing where a guy becomes the Wu Assassin and takes on the Yakuza.
Good.
Yeah, I would say if you like that kind of stuff, it's good. It's got a rising star with an unpronounceable name, Akito Waso.
Is it heavy action or is it heavy drama?
It's very typical of a kung fu movie where they're always finding a reason to have hand-to-hand combat.
Okay.
With not a lot of special effects, but some special effects. But he's I think he's from Indonesia.
Mm.
But people who know say that he's a rising star. You've got the Bruce Lee shirt on, so you're all about the kung fu. Yeah,
All
yeah.
about the
So
kung fu.
he's the new modern guy. That's good. I finished The Boys, right to the end.
Yeah.
Fantastic. You're gonna love that on Amazon Prime. I'm gonna
I have
watch
so
that
much
over.
to watch.
Mm-hmm. What about you? What have you
But
been
I
watching?
actually, last night, I actually decided to watch a couple movies. Like,
Oh,
I'm just going to watch a couple movies.
a couple freshies, or did you go back? Because
Well, Amazon Prime threw a few fresh movies out
Mm.
that I haven't seen.
what do they got?
They threw out Arctic. They threw out with Mads.
Oh yeah.
Okay. They threw out Serenity,
Okay.
which is Matthew McConaughey, Anne Hathaway, Diane Lane, Jason Clarke.
Oh, what did you think of both of those?
I've only seen half of Arctic.
Arctic. Now I'm thinking. Oh, you know what? I just got confused. I thought you said polar.
No, it's Arctic.
Okay.
That's Mads. It starts off, he is stuck in the Arctic.
Okay. And how old is this movie?
Brand new.
Brand new.
I mean, like a year old, maybe. It just came to Amazon Prime. I haven't seen the end, and that told me that it doesn't have a great ending.
Okay. Mads Mikkelsen.
Yeah.
Who actually was in Polar.
Right. Okay, there you go. You
Just
went from
weird.
Arctic to Polar.
Man stranded in the Arctic after a plane crash must decide whether to remain in the relative safety of his makeshift camp or to embark on a deadly trek.
I haven't seen him start to trek.
I'm guessing he freezes to death. And
I
doesn't
don't.
quite get
Probably.
there. Would you recommend watching this PG-13 movie?
It was really good because I was very sleepy and I watched what I thought was half of it. Is it like an hour and a half movie?
138.
Okay. Short movie. I watched half of it.
Mhm.
And the dialogue to that point was about 3 words.
Wow. There doesn't appear to be many people in it as well.
No.
They show 3 actors.
I would give away something if I gave you the cast. And then I watched Serenity before that. I watched the whole thing and people said it was terrible. It has a terrible IMDb score. That is Matthew McConaughey and Anne Hathaway looking kind of crazy and blonde hair.
Mm.
Diane Lane is in there.
What's it about?
He's a fisherman searching for a big fish. Without trying to give the movie away,
Okay.
which it's very complicated. And I think the complicated part about the movie is what people don't like. I think they want it to be actually straightforward. A guy is trying to catch a big fish. Anne Hathaway has a horrible husband,
Okay.
and she tries to recruit him to take her husband out fishing and kill him.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Okay, so that would be a good movie probably on its own.
Yeah,
But they throw in a crazy twist, which twists it
magic.
into full science fiction.
Oh boy.
And I don't think people liked it.
Huh.
But like I say, normally if you show me a movie that everyone hates, I'm going to watch it and probably like it. I thought it was pretty good.
How about that? Well, you know what? They go through a lot of trouble to make these movies, so usually they're okay.
I mean, if you want to see Matthew McConaughey, his butt, there's a lot of
A lot of his,
thrusting.
lot of his cheeks thrusting.
He is thrusting
Oh.
a lot.
Is he
in this
giving it
movie.
to Anne Hathaway?
Yeah,
Okay, good.
and Diane Lane.
Good for him.
Yeah,
Good for
he
them.
gives it to everybody.
Good for the ladies. I'm sure they're giving it right back.
They're giving it right back.
Good for them.
Let's see
I'd
what
watch
else.
it just for that.
Oh, The Vigilante
The Vigilante.
with who is that? God dang it! I don't have it written down. That would be.
Give me 2 seconds. I'll look it
It's
up.
it's Deadpool's real wife, I think.
Okay.
What is his wife? Ryan Reynolds' wife
Oh, in real life?
in real life.
He's had a couple.
Okay, so just look it up. A vigilante.
A vigilante?
People will
The-
wait. Just
Uh,
I should have a musical interlude.
okay. Olivia Wilde?
Yeah, Olivia Wilde is his wife. I think.
Is it really?
I think so.
Well, good for her. Good for her.
Possibly, or it's Blake Lively. Don't know. Okay, but so
Both lovely ladies, I'm sure. Okay, so this is a 2018 crime drama mystery thriller, 1 hour and 30 minutes. A vigilante helps some victims escape from their domestic abusers. Oh, is that the movie where she's the vigilante?
I think so.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember seeing that trailer.
It has really good reviews.
And you watched this?
I am gonna watch it as soon as
Let's.
soon as I'm done watching all the Movie Chatter podcast stuff downstairs.
Right.
I'm gonna watch this. I'm gonna watch this. Alita. I am watching TV the rest of the day. I'm sick of being outside.
Yay! That sounds great. Yeah, make sure to share all those YouTube videos with people on all of your.
I have been.
And anybody else that watches them, go ahead and share them.
Yeah, we really
Like
want
'em.
to push that.
Subscribe.
If you're listening,
Mm-hmm.
and we know you are,
If
let's
you watch it, click on something extra,
extra.
which would be like sharing it or liking it or subscribing to it.
Yeah, there's 12 subscriptions. I expect to see a couple more.
Doubled. We need to
Doubled.
see that doubled.
Doubled.
Slowly but surely. But yeah, well, that sounds great. So
that's all good stuff on Amazon Prime right now. I haven't even checked Netflix
Boom.
for a while. The Boys was so impressive to me. They've kept me over. That's how it goes. Now I'm over on Amazon. Maybe I'll move back to Netflix. Then we'll
Amazon
go to
doesn't have a lot.
Disney
lately.
Plus.
Ooh, that's
Can't wait for that.
Yeah, that's coming up.
But Tuesday we have Endgame.
Coming out on DVD.
I am so excited about it.
Yeah.
And that's probably going to be the entire show next week.
Yeah, you know what I haven't watched is all of the special features on the, well, because you have my discs,
Okay.
of the Alita Battle Angel. But I imagine the same is going to go for Endgame. There's going to be so much good extra.
I just need to watch
Stuff.
the movie straight through.
Oh, that too, of course. Of course, you just put that on a loop for a while.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Tearjerker. Laughing, crying. You're going to be back to the emotions you had a couple of months ago.
Me bawling my eyes out. It's a show.
Tony! It's a
We're
show.
gonna- we're
Oh,
gonna-
that's it, huh?
We're gonna call this show
Shit.
We're gonna call this show 1983.
1983, because we really didn't talk about anything else.
It's
but
the best year. You probably think the next show 1984.
1984.
You know, that's when Don graduated. So
Ronald Reagan was elected also.
it's gonna be a good one.
Second term.
It'll be
It'll be another good one.
It'll be,
I'm sure there's some good movies. They seem to be on a roll. All these, there'll be a sequel or 3.
if I could only go quick enough to see what's coming up. Maybe you should watch a couple.
You know, hopefully we'll get Kelly.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Hopefully we'll get Bill back.
It's probably going to be a 3-hour show if Bill talks about everything he's been watching.
Kelly's going to be watching stuff. She's just watched the Kong Skull Island.
Oh,
and
can
Battle of Alita.
I just say Ghostbusters, Gremlin, Terminator, Beverly Hills Cop, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Wow.
God, I was in
I'm telling you.
I was in Germany watching. No, wait, where was I?
There's a lot of good movies.
Red Dawn, Revenge of the Nerds, 16 Candles, Police Academy.
We love all these crappy movies.
Footloose, Dune, The Last Starfighter, Children of the Corn, Starman, Splash,
All garbage, but a lot of fun. We should enjoy.
Chud. I saw Chud
Chud.
at the theater.
Oh my gosh.
Cannonball Run 2. Boy, it's going to be a great show.
Ah.
MovieChatterPodcast@gmail.com. Go there. Say hi.
Send us a note.
Well, we went long.
All right. Until next time, goodbye.
Later.
You gotta just yap for a long time, and then eventually something comes out.
All right. There you go.